What's going on, YouTube? We have a product to review. This is Brinyte T18 Artemis. I believe I'm saying the name correctly. If I am not, I apologize. You guys know I have not done a product review in like forever. I've been shooting down all the reviews that people have been wanting me to do just because I've been so packed with a lot of other in-life stuff going on, I guess you can say. This company reached out to me, asked if I wanted to do a review. I basically checked it out and I was like, this is something unique that my followers might really like to see. And we'll go over details on why this really caught my eye and what's so unique about it. We're just gonna go ahead. I got a list written down. Yes, I got a little cheat sheet and we're gonna go down through the list and I'm just gonna go over everything price-wise, from the battery size, the safeties of this flashlight, unique style of the flashlight, the unique things that come with the flashlight, etc, etc. We're just gonna go down the list. So let's go ahead and get started. As stated, this is by Brinyte. I'm hoping I'm saying the name right. Hopefully you guys can see it there. I don't know if my camera's gonna focus. Brinyte, Brinyte. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. And this is the T18 Artemis. Show you guys there. There you go. Let's go down the list. Value price, we're looking at $135. The company states that this can be used for fishing or hunting or anything in that nature. It's an all-around flashlight. One thing I did notice while I was digging into the options of the flashlight is I'm not seeing it to be waterproof, so I would not take this out diving. Or if you're out there fishing, I would probably stay a little clear from the water and don't get it wet. However, the design does show it is pretty much sealed tight. As you guys can see, there is O-rings, so I'm assuming it's a somewhat water resistant but not waterproof. I'm gonna put it like that: water resistant but not waterproof. So you do have a wireless control which reaches up to 5 meters, which is really cool. So you can see the controller here. So what this does is it turns the flashlight on and then you can dim the light down. As you guys can see, I'm pushing that button there. It's dimming the flashlight down and then it's turning the flashlight back up brighter. The wireless control does go up to 5 meters. We're looking at an output of 650 lumens. 650 lumens. I almost want to say this thing is brighter than 650 lumens because I do have other flashlights that are like 1,000 lumens, or they state that these other flashlights are 1,000 lumens or 1,000 plus lumens. But this thing is like seriously bright. It is insane. We're gonna go ahead and jump into that actually. So the beam distance we're looking at is 689 yards. That's close to 1,000 yards, you guys. That is far. For you hunters out there who know yardage, 689 yards, that is way out there. We will be testing that out when it gets dark outside. We'll be testing out the beam and seeing how far we can actually get with it. Weight-wise, we're looking at 194 grams. And honestly, it sounds heavy, but it honestly is not heavy. It's a solid built structure. It is the aircraft aluminum. 194 grams, it's really not bad. If it came with a pouch, which I'll be mentioning in some of the cons, if it came with a pouch, it would be phenomenal. Then it would feel a little more less weighted, I guess you'd say, instead of carrying it in your pocket. High grade aluminum, I've already went over that. Design for the battery. So there is a special design for the battery, so any type of misuse, you don't have to worry about. Some flashlights, if you put the battery in backwards or whatnot, you tend to burn out the bulbs. But if you put the battery in backwards, you don't have to worry. It's not going to fry the mechanicalism inside. It is not going to start any types of fires or nothing. You can see it light it up right away. I've seen some cheaper flashlights in my life where if you put the battery in backwards and you try to start it, it ended up frying the whole flashlight or frying the bulb. But this has a design so it will not do that. Also, this has a design for overheating. If the flashlight tends to get really hot, you don't have to worry about any kind of combustion. I know batteries combust no matter what type of design you have, but within the options it states that it is rated for overheating, etc. So you can keep it on for a long time and you don't have to worry about the flashlight burning or catching on fire or anything in that nature. But batteries do explode, so be aware of that. I'm not stating in this video that you can take this out there, catch it on fire, and the battery's not going to explode. Batteries do explode regardless, but what they're stating is the construction of the flashlight, you do not have to worry about any type of major overheating to where the flashlight's going to catch on fire. So if you left it on for a few hours or whatnot, the flashlight is not going to catch on fire on you. The transparent lens, you guys can see the lens here. That is a really unique lens, and it almost seems like it magnifies the bulb that is inside, and that just gives it higher brightness. From what I'm assuming, it's not going to reflect or dim down the brightness of the light. Rotation of the body, so what you do, like a lot of the newer flashlights that are coming out, you just twist it like so. So there's the wide beam, and then you can go into the long beam if you stretch it out like so. So you see it just twists. Really easy to twist. A kid could do it if they wanted to. It'd be perfect for like trick-or-treating and stuff like that. A kid could be able to handle this. There's no like hard twisting or turning on it. So that's how you do the beaming. Battery type is 121-700. So let me go ahead and pull the battery out here. I'll show you what we got for battery wise. It's a big battery. 5,000 mAhs, which is a very strong battery. It's not like the batteries you guys use in your vape machines or like the typical flashlights that we always see. So there you go. And to put the battery back in, it's just the negative is on the top. Bulb, so you can see it is a Cree LED bulb. I don't even know if we call these bulbs anymore. They're like LEDs basically. So it's a Cree LED, and it looks like it's only one, but it is a big bulb in there. All right, so we're gonna get into details on how to charge the wireless controller. It does take a micro USB, and where the port is at is on the back there, and all you do is just plug it in and you can charge it in your laptop or one of your cell phone charger ports that plug into the wall. There's different color options. So the color options that I got is a red IR 850, and what that is an infant red. We won't be able to use that because I do not have an infrared scope. And a green. There's also different color options. I'm going to go over those with you right now. There's a white, red, and IR, a red, green, and IR, a white, red, green, UV, and then a IR 850, and then there's a blue and a UV IR. That's pretty cool. I like the fact that there's different color options, but one thing I would love to see with this flashlight is for the price, I would like to see all the bulbs to come for that price. And then another thing I would like to talk about is a case. I would love for this to come in a case. That would be so phenomenal. Now, I don't know if it actually comes in a case. I could be possibly wrong, but the way that I received it was in a box. If it came in like a carry case with a holster, etc., etc. Let me actually grab a flashlight and kind of give you guys a briefing. So I'm not going to show the company of this other flashlight, but I'm just going to give you a briefing. If it came in a case similar to this, that would be awesome. So it would have like, you know, the bulb holders, and then it would have the flashlight where you can keep it in here, and then it would have maybe a harness for the flashlight so you can keep it on your belt buckle. If it came with a case like that, that would be awesome. I don't know if it actually does. I could not tell you if it did or didn't. But the way that I received it was in a box. Let's go over some pros and let's go over some cons. The pros is, I do tell you guys, this flashlight is crazy bright. Honestly, seriously, the brightness of this flashlight, if you flash it in your eyes, you're going to be seeing a white dot for a while. And that's how bright it is. That's why I'm stating that they say 650 lumens. I can almost guarantee it is way more than 650 lumens. I don't know who tested it, but I am wanting to say it is way more than 650 lumens. So the brightness is phenomenal. I love the fact that it comes with a wireless switch. That is definitely a plus. One thing that's cool about it, a lot of people are like, wireless switch, big deal, whatnot. What's really cool about having a wireless switch, so a lot of us night hunt. You guys know my YouTube channel or whatnot. I do a lot of coyote hunting. We do a lot of night hunting and stuff like that. One thing really cool about having this wireless switch, let's say you have your decoy out at night, you don't really need to be a far distance to hunt because the predators do not see you. They scent you. This is the decoy, and what I would do is I would place the flashlight just like so. Let's swap that. I would place the flashlight just like so. Here's the decoy, and say I'm sitting maybe here. I can hit that switch when I think something's coming to the decoy. I can turn on that flashlight with the switch and then be able to see whatever I'm hunting within this area. So that is definitely a plus. You don't have to worry about trying to maneuver a flashlight in your hand or on your rifle. You can actually just hit a switch and it'll light up that whole area where your decoy is at night, and then you can take your shot and get your hunting done. So that is really, really cool. I really like that idea. Anything else for the switch, you can use it for a whole bunch of different things. To me, that's what it'll be useful for, is hunting. I can have the flashlight out by my decoy, hit the remote, and it'll light up the area that I'm hunting. Positive outputs is that it does come with different bulbs. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how easy it is to change out a bulb. So all you do is make sure it's open like so, screw off the top, and then just close this part back down. And then you would just grab the bulb like so, grab one out of the case, and then put the new bulb in, as you guys can see. And that's another thing that I like too, is it's not springs, it's actually, like, I want to say metal nipples. I guess that's what you would call it. A lot of flashlights that have springs in here, they tend to wear and tear, and then you're screwed. So it has like nipples in there, and then you just screw that back down, and then you would put your top back on. So that is definitely, there's another plus that I didn't even know about with the flashlight, is it doesn't have springs in the inside that tend to wear out, and there goes the value of your flashlight. Once it's dead, it's dead. So let's go over some more things here. The positives, as stated, the flashlight seems very sturdy. It is an aircraft aluminum. If you drop it, I don't see it breaking. I like the fact that the front has the jagged edges area, so you can use that for different things. A lot of people know when it comes down to jagged, it's not just for looks, but you could do like window shattering. It also protects the lens if it hits the ground, because it's further away from the lens. It's not flush. Let's jump into cons. There's a few cons that I see, and as I stated earlier in the video, one of them was I would love to see this thing in a hard case, and I would also like to see what they would call, I guess, a flashlight holster. That way you can carry it on your belt. But as stated, I don't know if those actually come with the flashlight. I'm wanting to say maybe this is just how they sent it to me for faster shipping. I would like to see the switch a little bit more water resistant. If the flashlight is going to be water resistant with O-rings, etc., I want to see the switch a little bit more water resistant. You can see, I mean, it's got a pretty decent seal to it, but I'm almost wondering if you get a little bit of water within the switches here, if that is going to blow the switch, if that's going to cause an issue, if water gets within there. I don't know how seal tight this is, but I would like to see this a little bit more water resistant, maybe like a water resistant case that goes over the switch and covers the buttons. And that's another thing I was going to mention as well. Let's say you have real grimy and dirty hands. It is considered a hunting flashlight as well. So if you have real dirty, grimy hands, or you're out in the desert, in the dirt, I don't know how functional the switches will be if they get dirt or mud within those areas. I'm from the desert, so dirt is always an issue with everything, regardless if it's your phones, regardless if it's flashlights, GoPros. I've had so many not function properly because of dirt, grime, and mud. That's always an issue. I would love to see a plastic case. These are just some ideas for the company as well. These aren't really even big cons, to be honest with you. These are just maybe some ideas that I could throw out to the company. So we're talking about having a case, we're talking about having a holster for the flashlight, maybe a little protective case that would go around this here. I mean, they do have some 3M adhesive, so you can probably mount that onto your rifle. That's probably what I will be ending up doing, is mounting this on the handle of my rifle, and then I can just control the flashlight with that. That's pretty cool. A lot of hunting flashlights, they have a wired, just like a safe switch. So a lot of these go with different flashlights where it's wired, but I love the wireless configuration of this. So there's not a whole bunch of wires hanging off of your rifle and stuff. I think it's a phenomenal flashlight. $135 is a little high for what you see in the picture. Now, if it came with a case, maybe a battery charger for your battery, a holster for the flashlight, maybe a couple of extra batteries, and a battery holder, just a case all in general, with all these extra little benefits to it, maybe all of the lenses for that price. I honestly think it'd be a hot seller. But I would just like to see extras put in, like the case, and then that really pops the value. You know, it's like when you buy a car, if it has hubcaps on it, you're like, ah, man, hubcaps. But if you throw a nice pair of rims on that car, people are like, oh, this car's got nice rims. It's the things that pop, the small things that really pop. So having a case with this flashlight would really pop and catch a lot of attention. Also, I would like to know what your guys' opinion is on this. So comment down below in the comment section what you guys think. We're gonna wait till it gets dark tonight, then we're gonna go take a little stroll. I'm gonna fire up the flashlight. We're gonna see how bright this thing is. I have like a little ranch in my backyard, so we're gonna go to the ranch, light it up, see how bright it is. And so yeah, I'll see you guys then. Stay tuned. All right, so he's gonna go all the way down to the end, if not further. Keep going, I can see you. It's probably about, keep going that way. Go to the end. That's probably an easy 500 yards, if not more. And I'm sure the phone and the GoPro is not doing justice at all. That's about 1,000 yards. Maybe, I don't know. Go all the way to the end, bud. Look at this. That is crazy. Let me show you guys. I'm going to zoom back out. This flashlight is insane. All right, you're good. All right, we're going to walk all the way down to the end and show you. I'm going to put it on, instead of the zoom, I'm going to put it on the wide angle. There we go. Look how bright this is. Absolutely bright. This is crazy. This flashlight is nuts. I can feel it does get warm, but shooting out this much lumens, that's common for flashlights to get warm. All right, we're coming to the end now. When we get to the end up here, I'm gonna turn around and beam the beam part all the way to the end and show you guys how far. Like I said, this phone and GoPro footage is probably not doing justice on this light, but this is insane. I'm literally blown away and convinced. All right, so there you go. And I can go further if I wanted to. Literally, look. I'm all the way out past all that. It's crazy. Super convinced, you guys. This flashlight has way more than 600 lumens. It has to be, just by the brightness. Super bright. And you can change the angle, so you guys see how I have it there. I can make it smaller, wider. Let me show you. So there it goes like that. And then wider. Hold on, I'm gonna beam it up in the sky. So there you go, you guys can see. Calling the UFOs. That thing is bright. That is crazy. Look at this. It's like a lifesaver or whatever you call that from Star Wars, beaming into the sky.
That looks so cool.
Right? That is crazy. Look at this. Oh my goodness, that's insane.
That goes far.
That does go far.
The aliens can see the light.
The aliens can see the lights, huh? That's nuts. Yeah, this flashlight, man, I'm telling you guys, it's crazy. Definitely worth the price. For the way this beam is, you guys, it's hard to find a good flashlight with this much beam. I'm literally blown away. I mean, as stated in my review, I'd like to see, you know, like a carry case and stuff like that with it, but the flashlight alone, this is nuts. This is where the horses and stuff are at back there. They're not my horses, but it is a ranch. There's a bunch of horses and stuff back there. It's our buddy's ranch. It's basically right in our backyard. So we call it our ranch. All right, guys, so here's the red beam. You guys can see that is with it closed all the way. And then I'm trying to do this one-handed. There we go. And then there's with it beaming all the way. There you go. Actually, that's kind of cool. My garage light shut off. So there's the red. And I'll show you guys the green. All right, so here's the green. That's with it wide open, or, excuse me, with it wide open. And let me try to get a good grip on here and twist it. There we go. My hands are slippery. It's hot. Summer is hot, not the flashlight. Yeah, there we go. I'm like literally sweating. It's so hot here in Arizona right now. I think it's still probably 108 degrees right now. So my hands are slippery. But there you go. Wide open, and then here's the beam on the green. There we go.